Hello everyone, it's Alex, and I had some time to spare, so I'm going to do the differences between Sonic Adventure 1 on Dreamcast and on the GameCube with the Chao games. Some have quite a big difference. So, Station Square took a lot of good editing because you'll just see the intermissions. Of course, the loading times are a bitch. Well, right off the bat, you can tell that that's right there.
You find all over the world, a Chao will be born.
Really? I didn't know that took all. Well, it's a lot darker and less colorful than the GameCube version, so that's kind of a right there. But its design is slightly different. Instead of one fountain just being over there, there's actually two, but they're small ones. And the grass is different, the trees are completely different, and the exit's little. But once you look at the DX version, it's actually quite big. Really weird. And you see, there is no black market. But in the DX version, there is a black market. It was added, obviously, after Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast. Well, I can't do a comparison of Adventure 2 to the GameCube and Dreamcast version because I don't have the GameCube version anymore. So yeah, that's basically the black market. Big difference, obviously. Oh, and for some reason in the Dreamcast version, you can use the D-pad to actually zoom in on Sonic. I'm not sure the purpose of that is, probably just to focus on the Chao more. I really don't know the purpose of it. Oh, that's just a cool little feature.
Naturally after a while. You can also help the egg to hatch. Depending on how you hatch the egg, the characteristics of the Chao will be affected.
Sonic said, yeah, difference is, the obvious difference is Tikal is not there, the little glowing orb. And yeah, Chao eggs actually open the same way as they do in Adventure 2 and the DX version. Just hold the X button on the Dreamcast and just shake it. Now the Chao look pretty different. Some of them look completely different, but this one, the little orb on its head, or whatever antenna thing, is green instead of yellow, and it's blue and green, not blue and yellow. Kind of weird, right? Trees, look at those trees, they look a lot different.
If you give a Chao a small animal, the Chao changes. Try
Indeed.
experimenting using different animals.
I like using animals. Alright, so these fruit look like coconuts or acorns, which is kind of weird. So you see a different comparison right here. Nope. Right? No. So they look more like mangoes or something different. So yeah, basically that's it. And for what I've found, the Chao don't actually throw their fruit off when they're eating it. Look how fast they devour those things. But sadly, there's no, what do you call it, like, system of, oh my god, what do you call it, stat system. So it's hard to know if your Chao are actually doing good or bad in terms of its skills. Well, basically now, there's actually a little bit more of these monitors around here to tell you what to do. There's like 4. They love to eat fruits. You should probably just say fruit. Poor English translation. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, I don't know. Yeah, they actually have breeding in the original Sonic Adventure here, which is pretty interesting. So there's more than 8 Chaos in one garden. They move to other gardens. So they go through the teleporter. Interesting. It's a game. What am I complaining about? The Chao races. In this game, instead of just like, yeah, you can, well, never mind. You can actually just walk around the Chao race hub world area. Unlike the DX version, which I'll show you in a second. And this music, does it sound familiar? Well, hopefully it is. They use it in Sonic Adventure 2's Chao Garden hub world. Like before you actually go into the Hero, Dark, or regular Chao Garden. That's basically the music. But for some reason they didn't use it in the Dreamcast version of Adventure 2. Basically got a little monitor here telling you what the Chao races are and what you do in them. Yeah, that's basically it there for the Chao races in Adventure 1 on the Dreamcast. Once we stop talking to this monitor. Alrighty then. Now for the DX version. uses the exact same style, well, pretty much the same style, wouldn't say exactly, of Adventure 2. Got a little long line going over there, and then the 8 places, just like Adventure 2, and it has the music from Adventure 2. So, yeah, oh, there's me. Not much of a big difference. It looks exactly like the set of Adventure 2, just different background. Alright, after getting out of there, we have something completely different, well, similar, but really different compared to the GameCube versions of Adventure 1 and 2. The VMU thing. It's like a transfer between these little mini games for the VMUs. Pretty cool. For some reason, you need, well, not for some reason, you will need a lot of space in your VMU just to play these little mini games. So, might have to buy a bunch of these VMUs. But yeah, say you want to copy this over to Memory Card 2, which I have in my Dreamcast controller. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't because of space limitations. So that sucks. Really sucks. Now, let's take a look at the DX version. So right here we have the Chao Laboratory. That I think that actually works still. I went there a long time ago, as in like a few months ago. So that works. And you got the Game Boy Advance transfer. The Chao transfer. That's what it says on the screen. Transporter. Basically the same as Adventure 2. Now we have Mystic Ruins. Now this one, I didn't take too much time because it looks pretty dang similar. So yeah, the cart is the same place. Most of it's the same, except for the trees. The color of the actual area is a little bit darker. Probably due to Dreamcast limitations. You can actually die in the Chao Garden. That's pretty funny. Is it me? Or does Sonic have more floaty? Or is the gravity like really, really light in the Chao Gardens? Because he just floated. Alright, there's actually a little bridge here that's not in the DX port, which is interesting. Nothing like revolutionary, like, oh my god, get this version because it has a bridge. No, it's just interesting. Alright, DX version obviously is more colorful and brighter. Yeah. And see, those are the same places. Not much change. Same with that. A little bit bigger near the car. The water's actually clear. Yeah, they actually redesigned this a lot, kinda. See. Hard to commentate. Hard to say anything on this one. Because it's basically the same thing. Hey, it's a silver Chao. That wasn't there. And see, the bridge is not there. Ruined forever! Well, enough of that. Onward toward the egg carrier. Welcome to the egg carrier. Well, this is actually, in my opinion, a little bit better than the DX version. For some reason, this is floating. But you'll see in a second here. Go towards the other end. The water is very, very deep here compared to the DX version. And I imagine they didn't make it like this because Chao can actually swim out this far. And there's no way he can get to him. So yeah, that's probably one thing they fixed that was good. Look how freaking high he jumps. Hard to position yourself. So yeah, that's basically it. It's for the water. Yep, see, it's floating. VMU thing is in the same spot. Not much of a difference. And the missile is still in the same spot. But for some reason, comparing the two versions, you can't get on the very top of it. There's like an invisible wall. Don't know why. But enough of that. The coolest thing this garden has is this little mountain area. The X version, there is no mountain. It's just flat. For this one, you can just jump up the mountain. But I'm just showing you the actual path that the Chaos have to take. Really pretty. It's dang. Wow, pretty cool. Still can't go in the building, sadly, so that sucks. Trees right there, obviously. And yeah, the tower's still safe. For some reason, it's not that glitchy in here compared to the DX version, which you'll see in about 10 seconds. So, well, yeah. So I think the best garden out of all these is probably the egg carrier garden, obviously. So it's basically the Adventure 1, so let's finish up with DX. Right, obviously you see already, it's not even on a mountain, it's just flat. This is all on the beach, this little platform. Pretty cool. Yep. gotta show you all that. And see those rocks? They're the same thing, but they actually add beach the entire perimeter, so it's beach all the way around, which is nice. So yeah, that's actually kind of good because I want to actually go out there and get Chao there, just like in 10 feet of water. See, you can stay on there. What's up with that? Nothing big, nothing extraordinary. Yep, see, they kept the water pretty shallow so you can pick the Chao up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Building, still can't go in it. Wonder what's in there. Probably nothing. Unless hackers know. See, it's a little glitchier on top of this building. If you get near that thing, you like spaz out. Oh well. That's basically the Chao Garden differences. See you later.